Hey, what's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say out these videos. I just do this for pure entertainment purposes only. So, that being said, I just want to jump in. Brackets, AMC brackets. I've done a brackets video before, and I still think 1200 is a very low bracket for this play. With that being said, that's kind of where my bracket range is, 1,000 to 1,800. I really think it's very possible to get to that point. But let's just go ahead and switch lanes real quick. So this runs through the back of my mind. I don't really speak about it very much because I don't want to be called a shill or whatever the fuck, I guess. And sometimes you just don't want to speak anything negative on this play or anything, really. This is not how I do it, and I don't really think this is a negative. It's just a different lane, a different approach, a different thought, a different mindset. If this thing becomes not like how Lou says a controlled event, but somewhat similar, like if they decide to control this and let it leak and try to get people to sell and phase off, which I think they could probably do if they do it correctly. So that being said, my brackets, my AMC share per share brackets, if this thing is controlled by market makers and they can figure out a way to let some of the boiling water overflow without letting the whole thing pop, I think if they're in the background and they can say, okay, we're going to release this out of the dark pool, we're going to cover this amount, and say this all happens before the reverse split, and they just, for some reason, they hit the panic button and they have to release it, and they can control what the share price goes to, and they don't let it explode up to the 1,800 or whatever. I'm explaining a lot because it doesn't really make sense in my own head, actually, as I'm saying it. But if that happens, because I've had numerous people, someone just recently commented, what's my realistic brackets? And I don't know. Realistic is really 12 to 1,800 is my brackets. But that being said, like I said, if this gets controlled, turns into a type of event where they can monitor it and let it go, I think they would let it ride to 300 to 500 a share. And that's after GameStop, they've probably learned a thing or two. And I'm sure that they don't want it to happen, but I think if they were to control the price, which yes would be illegal, but who's going to regulate it? And this is all just my own thoughts, my own opinion. I'm not telling you this is what it is, not financial advice, none of that shit. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. But if that was the case, if they were to go through and just kind of make a fake squeeze, if you will, it'd still be a squeeze. It just wouldn't be the MOAS. But if they kind of wanted to let this thing run 300 to 500, and then they would just, I think they could shut everything. At that point, I think they'd get so many people to sell that they might be able to get rid of a lot of the synthetics, but it just, no one really knows. No one really knows. I don't really know, but that's just a thought, a different lane, if they decide to give a synthetic squeeze, I guess you would call it. So my brackets for a synthetic squeeze, which I think I would point out, if it happens, I would be able to let you know, in my personal opinion, why I think it's a synthetic squeeze and why I think it would be all sorts of things, news articles, the way people react to it, certain influencers saying this is the squeeze, and to be honest, I think even a lot of apes, true apes, like it or not, like we say we're going to hold to 100,000 or whatever, but I think some of these guys are going to see $300, $500 per share, even less, 150, they're going to jump out because they're going to, holy shit, I've never seen that amount of money in my life. The mindset for me is life-changing money. So I don't know, man, just a quick little thought, but I don't really necessarily think that's what's going to happen. Just a different thought process on my AMC brackets, but I will stick to my original AMC brackets. 1,200 is a good point for me. I think 12 to 1,800, 1,000 to 1,800 is a realistic number, and that's even that's not what it should be. I think if they let this thing, everyone covered and everything just fell the way we want it to, the way it should, the way it legally should, then I think this thing could definitely be up in the upper thousands. Like, I don't know. those crazy numbers that everyone said in the beginning, 100K, 500K, wouldn't be so crazy. But I think, this is my thoughts, man. Just my opinion. Nothing factual. It's just all fucking conspiracy theory shit from my head.